Hello everyone and welcome to our Free Hopes video. It's been a bit, but I've been busy. But we're back. So, someone we can talk to here.
Have you need of me?
You know what sort of life His Highness led when he lived in Fhirdiad before coming to the academy? Well, I'll tell you. Under pretext of guarding him, the Grand Duke provided an escort who watched his every move at all times. Despite having committed no crime, he's basically put under house arrest. Word is, they even had to read his letters. Can you imagine? Sadly, we minor knights on the fringes could do little for him. But this time, I'm going to help. That's why I fled the capital and came running here. Interesting. Oh, wait, the idea that he was basically on house arrest. House arrest. Right, cheer him up? Don't look so glum, Dimitri. Everyone fights with their family at some point in their life. You have a wit like a rapier. Perhaps I do well to pick up on a bit of that cheer. I have a missive sent to my uncle, but I wager I'll not receive a reply. Please continue with the preparations so we can set it out immediately if the fighting starts.
What are your thoughts?
Do you know there's a whole town under Garrick Mock? A bunch of suspicious characters live there. They call it this. I wonder what those folks are really like. The church leave them alone though, so they must not be, have been involved with that business with the mosque. Oh yeah, that was in Golden Wildfire. Wait, you're next, so to be honest, I'm a little afraid of his house. I mean, he's definitely a person, don't get me wrong or anything. He's usually not a sort of look on his face, but instructions to his groups are always clear. But still, that face, I have no idea what's going on. Is he sad? Is he calm? It's impossible to tell. He's born with that human strength of his, right? It makes him hard to approach. What if I make him mad? Gilbert! I thought you were gonna come, but Gilbert, why are you coming? But Gilbert, your daughter's showing up here? Okay.
This way.
I'm Gilbert, charge of commanding the Knights of Saracen in the coming battle. Okay, so interesting in Three Hopes. Sorry, not Three Hopes, in Golden Wildfire. He has Gustav as his name the entire time. This doesn't. Interesting. I wonder if it will change, or if he'll just say Gilbert the entire time. Should the need arise, I hope you will rely on me. I will not permit any harm to come to the sense of the Officer Academy. Ask if he's gonna communicate. The fact they are specifically Dimitri must be they have some connection to the kingdom, or maybe in the royal capital. Indeed, but only slight more than the other knights. However, that does not mean everyone in the Blue Lines will be joining us. Yes, I guess Annette must have had some reason for not coming along, huh? I suppose so, yes. You know why. Also, I just saw Rodrigue, so yeah, we're talking to this guy.
Nice day we're having.
Well now, are you still off Academy? I'm Rodrigue, a chili Rodolores, which I think it's a chili because it's not Achilles because that's spelled a little different. Right, but the fact that it's called Achilles. Oh boy. Very close to no, that was very close to Achilles. The very man such a mercer we find ourselves in. You have my apologies for getting involved in the recent discord. Ask if Felix's dad. So you must be Felix's dad. Indeed, I've heard even quite a boon to my son. Military strength will be essential if we are to take the royal capital. I would ask your aid in the matter, if at all possible.
So listen.
Rufus has always been a sharp one, I tell you what. None of us could ever match him, even when it came to political acumen. But when everyone recognized talent, he had no crest, so the throne ended up to go to his younger brother, Lambert. Lambert was the polar opposite of his brother in nature and temperament, though he possessed a natural genius in the matter of tactics. Can't but learn what would have been if the pair of them could have worked together to govern the kingdom. Honestly, it would have been interesting if that could have been the case. There.
Got a second?
Hey, cheer up, Felix. Your dad's getting worried. You know how pussies have to make to have I know how unpleasant it feels to have people make weird claims about your family. Don't ask if you have it all figured out. This sort of thing could never bother me. That's why I was upset. So if that's not what's bothering you, why do you look like you just got punched in the gut? Because a certain someone's indecision is making me sick to my stomach.
Not good.
Look at that. You're concerned about his hinds. You should just say something to him. Why should the job of cheering him up fall to me? Don't worry. I already cheered him up.
Do you have a spare moment?
As a member of House Obranius, the present situation is one I simply cannot leave be. To begin with, His Highness Dimitri's succession to the throne was duly agreed upon and acknowledged by the Archbishop herself. After the death of His Majesty, my house in the Arrows made preparations with that intent. And yet the Grand Duke will now attempt to overthrow that agreement? I won't let it stand. Okay, I'm confused now. Great? Yay? Hey, Mercy.
Oh, that's right.
I think about it. I think I heard something when we were leaving Garrick Mach. Evidently, Preston Eureka set up for the Imperial capital along with Black Eagles. Okay, I was confused because, like, that's what he could. I was like, why is he not going to the capital with Edelgard, with him being the Death Knight and whatnot? But this makes more sense. And if I'm not mistaken, most of the Knights of Service have some sort of business which kept them from joining us on this mission. Thanks to finish Amir. Not sure it's a cat and me related, but I wonder what Annie and the others are doing. Well, I know what the golden deer are doing. It's called fighting against Elmira. I do like that, like, before the time skip happens, all class activities that you do, like, it's all canon. That's all happening at the same time, regardless of the route. It's after this that the routes are uncanon. Not uncanon, are, like, you know, what happens varies per route, I guess, is the best thing to say.
Got a minute?
After the death of the previous king, most of the royal knights were apparently taken under the command of Rufus, the Grand Duke of Itha. Some portions escaped the capital and rejoined with us here, but not all. There are evidently still some of the Fhirdiad who are resistant. I want nothing more than to help them.
I don't think so. Well,
Are you sure this is okay? I asked. Lord Delar was once a servant of the Grand Duke, after all. Yeah, so when he learned of the circumstances, he told me to hold on to what I believe was just. Right, Lord Delar was your adopted father, right, Ash? He sounds like quite the man. Thanks. I hope to be just like him someday.
Let's give it a go.
Which is exactly why I'm going to do what I believe in, Ingrid. Don't worry. Maybe you really are suited to be a knight, Ash. Yeah, did you ever doubt him?
Indeed.
That knight can't be Gustav, can he? True. He claims his name to be Gilbert, and yet... I never would believe that the man who abandoned his country would return at this late hour. We'll come back and check to the person, I forget. She's not here? No, I thought for sure she'd show up for a fight in the kingdom. Who isn't here? Why, Thunder Catherine, of course. She's the Storm Moon who wants one of the hero's relics. She's the most powerful of all the knights. I thought this would be a chance to go head to head with her and see who could bury the most enemies. But hey, if she's not here, she's not here. I'll just have to beat our foes twice as hard.
What's going on?
There are rumors from about regarding the Grand Duke of Itha. Perhaps you heard of them? People claim that he had the previous king assassinated and that he was involved in the tragedy of Dusker. Right, I forgot about that in Blue Alliance. Like, that was part of the reason why Cornelia was able to set up Dimitri's arrest. That's easily point the blame of, oh yeah, he had motive. He thought his uncle was involved in his father's death. While most rumors are not about runs, something about these seems strangely credible. There have been long whisperings about discard between the Grand Duke and the late King, not to mention the man's relationship with His Highness. The most interesting thing is, like, that Dimitri is basically under house arrest. That's the thing. I loathe the Grand Duke. He tried to harm his Highlands on countless occasions. What?! Wait for him to finish. His highest first campaign was suppression of the rebellion in the West. That too was a plot of the Grand Duke. Only because of House Fhirdiad did His Highness emerge unscathed. Assassination attempts continued unceasingly in the palace and well, and given what happened with King Amber and Dusker, the Highness must be aware of the man's ill intent. Alright, I better get some rest before the fighting kicks off. Okay, but there's a squizzled letter. I had a business meeting coming up for Fhirdiad that's been cancelled. It's hardly the time for that now. I'm sure you remember that the king went to meet with the leaders of Dusker, yes? Well, they were the best beset by attackers from Duskers on the way there. All killed, only the young prince made it. Some marshaled an army and sent soldiers to raise Dusker immediately. In the meantime, Fhirdiad is all in chaos without a king. Dusker really made a mistake here. They're all going to be punished for the actions of a few extremists. Still, consider what they did. Maybe they deserve it. No! I suppose that means we can no longer trade with Dusker. Shame. There's gold to be mined near Gwenar, and their blacksmiths are exceptional. No matter what, don't do anything until our return. The merchant's letter sent to Fhirdiad. I just wanna... I don't think I missed anything else. But if I did, it's fine. I'm probably gonna replay this depending on whether or not Hecate joins us. I'm hoping we can get Hecate to join us, but if I fail, I fail. I'm not gonna go back like I did last time.
You have my thanks.
Say you spoke with everyone. The consideration is much appreciated. We shall depart the moment everything is ready. Please make sure to rest until then. Rest and prepare for battle.
The Duke has stamped out most of the troops who invaded Fhirdiad. As things stand, a clash on royal soil and eventually within the capital is inevitable. As you are the only blood kin I have, my lord, I pray we might find a way to resolve this conflict peacefully.
Hang on, hide your eye. We gotta see this. Oh my gosh.
Bah, what rubbish. He sings of conciliation, but I know a threat when I read it.
Shouldn't you take better care of a letter from your dear nephew, my lord?
Oh, Cornelia. Please tell me we killed Cornelia.
He's not expecting a reply. The creature means to slay me.
I'm surprised we get Rufus, though. Like,
Your
seriously?
fear of Prince Dimitri runs deeper than I thought. You shouldn't have missed your chance 4 years ago in Dusker, or 2 years ago during the suppression of the rebellion. That's twice you failed to kill him.
I've learned my lesson. A lion's cub is still a lion, and one cannot slay a lion with a clumsy scheme. It's those monstrous eyes, Cornelia. They terrify me.
Monstrous. Oh, boy.
Boy is a vicious animal, yet he attempts to feign actual grief that we can't find common ground. The aberrance of it shakes me to my core.
Rufus! Misunderstanding him completely.
I understand completely.
Every night since I killed my brother, I dream of a
So you
lion
did!
is ripping off my
Okay!
throat.
Wait, so it was Rufus, Cornelia, and even possibly Edelgard's mother that were involved in the tragedy of Dusker? I really hope that we get more information on Edelgard's mother, like why she agreed to the tragedy of Dusker, and where she disappeared to.
You'll run yourself ragged if you live your days in fear of revenge.
Unless she died to hide the body in order to, you know, make an attack. I don't
You
know,
were
just
meant to rule
theorizing.
Fargus, and you have the power to make it so. Your royal army is the finest in the realm, and if I may be so bold, you also have me.
Please tell me we kill her, please.
Put your worries to rest, my king. Sleep deeply and without fear.
I'm so utterly tired. Tired of being afraid. Tired of what I've become. All of it.
Well, it's your fault for what you've become. You have no one to blame but yourself. You're the one that decided to willingly work with Liz.
And how much longer until Talus gives the word?
Talus is
I
coming?
know only that something is amiss in the Imperial capital.
Curse it all! I am not waiting 1,000 years for that doddering old fool
So,
to act.
because Edelgard went to the kingdom, we can't have Talus come. This is, oh, Edelgard, this cannot, I know you unintentionally are helping your stepbrother Dimitri, but this is great. This could not have gone more perfect.
Rally the Western Lords and their troops, and be quick about it. Have them make ready to intercept that whelp.
As you command, Cleobulus.
Cleobulus, that's her name? Oh my gosh, okay. We finally know what the person who took Cornelia's form, the real name is.
According to our
Like Monica.
scouts, the enemy has positioned their troops on the capital streets.
So they can use the townsfolk as shields when we take the fight to them. With vulgar tactics.
Well, now that we know their strategy, our next move will be critical. A victory stained with the people's blood achieves nothing. We'll need to move our forces swiftly, but with caution. To do, has there been a reply from my uncle?
Nothing of yet.
I thought not.
Your Highness, will you truly be able to strike Rufus down when the time
Are
comes?
I will do what is required of me.
Oh, hi.
Operations are complete, Your Highness.
Okay, I know that, oh, this wind, okay.
People are waiting for you, Dimitri. Let's not keep them any longer.
No, we'd best not.
You're our commander, but you look like you're heading for a funeral. Could you maybe try not being so insufferable?
Apologies for my demeanor. I've more than a few things on my mind. But very well. Let's begin our final war, Council.
Okay.
You look pale. Not keen on fighting your own blood?
Sadly, I saw this fight coming long ago.
Oh?
Then what's the problem?
Now that I've brought the fight to the streets of the capital, I wonder if my actions are right. Most of the people here favor keeping the royal line of succession. That's because my father and the kings before him maintained peace inside these walls.
Oh.
Ever since my uncle seized power, the people have been forced to endure his licentious reign. Did
No.
you know they asked me to assume the throne before my time at the academy? They said only a true king could undo Rufus's misrule.
Oh.
So why didn't you?
Because it would have divided the kingdom. Just as it's doing now.
Oh.
Yet had I supported my uncle's claim, it would have been open rebellion. And the only way to prevent such a rebellion is to invade the capital and kill the regent. In other words, I cannot restore my grandfather's peace without first breaking it.
In that case, there's no reason to hesitate. You know fighting is the only answer here. You just have to accept it.
Wow.
My apologies. I have a bad habit of agonizing over such things. And as all of you have come this far to help me, the least I can do is make an attempt at optimism.
You'll be fine, Dimitri. You'll be fine. You have me. I'm like level 40 something. Beat Rufus. None. There's Rufus. Can we tell where Cornelia is? Yeah? No, not showing up. Yeah, I want to get a healer. And yeah, we can have There we go. Wait, hang on. Did I just see Gilbert? Hey, Gilbert. Cavalier and Fortress Knight. Interesting. Time to fight.
As we feared, the soldiers are using the townsfolk.
Sorry. Give me one moment, Ingrid.
I'll do my best. We'll win if we work together.
Begin the operation. Allow me to lend a hand.
I'll do what I can.
Assign as adjutant.
Hear you loud and clear.
Oh wait, yeah, no. Assign as
I
adjutant.
might just be able to help. We will proceed as planned. We must strive to perform to the best of our ability.
Shall we? Let's give it a shot.
We'll be fine.
Not a problem. I've got this.
Let's begin.
Okay, you're not gonna get taken out by
It's
them.
time to move.
It's just
The
a concern.
shields. What cowards!
And our first priority is to secure the people's safety. My uncle can wait.
Nice.
We'll start by eliminating guards on the capital perimeter. Commence the attack.
Yeah, okay, take out
This
these.
will go
We're already
faster
on
if we
it.
Split into two groups. Let us crush their defenses. They're coming. Shore up the defenses. I've awaited this moment.
Almost broke a sweat there. Next.
I almost broke a sweat there.
Perimeter is secure. Things should be easier now that we know our backs are safe. Open the gates and seize the town, but ensure no harm comes to the people.
Oh boy.
Let's begin.
Boom. Thinking that I know will be betrayed.
I've got this.
We will proceed as planned. We must strive.
Fhirdiad is large. We should divide and
Oops,
conquer.
no wait, no, you can do
Aren't the
that.
front gates still closed off? We should probably open them up so we can get reinforcements in here, yeah?
A fine idea. And if things go awry, we might need another way out.
Alright, I'll sign adjutant. And then we'll have Sylvain do it.
Well, he's a valiant one. Clearly that apple did not fall far from the tree.
To think they would involve innocent people. We must end this battle as soon as we can.
X. Okay, there we go.
Hear you loud and clear.
Oh wait, no, we need to attack that. Okay, never mind.
Shall we? Let's give it a shot.
Hear you loud and clear. I might just be able to help. We will proceed as planned. We must...
Is this really the best the officers of Ether can offer? Disappointing.
X. Gilbert, I'm fine. Go take another stronghold.
I must keep aiming higher.
Or splitter.
Amusing.
X.
Not a problem.
I take care of that one. Control.
Let's give it a shot. Allow me.
I do this for His Highness.
Oh, we have no Swarovski. It's fine. We'll use it.
Forgive me, my lord.
Yeah.
I see our enemy is somewhat competent. Deal with this, Viscount Kleiman.
Worry not, Cornelia. We will save Prince Dimitri from that vile puppeteer.
Oh, that's what that did. Okay. Wish I know. Dude, yeah, you're gonna be good at these.
It's time to move.
Not a problem. I've got this.
We will proceed as planned.
Actually, you got Night Dealer to do.
Let's
You
begin.
come deal with these.
It's time to move.
Shall we?
Oh, that? Yeah, no, we don't want that.
Shall we?
Just take care of
Let's
that.
give it a shot.
And then,
It's time to move. I'm
We
going.
need to take care of those soldiers before we're boxed in.
I suggest we again divide our soldiers to deal with the multiple threats, Your Highness.
In that case, fling open the gates. Sorry, Your Highness. Stole your thunder there.
it's fine!
Your Highness, you're all right. Some nights we should have never let it come to this. Do not
Where
blame
in the
yourselves.
world?
However, you seek to make amends. Lend me your strength and help me reclaim the capital.
Let's start the attack.
This is just sad. Can we please hurry and get this battle over with?
Wow, Felix!
I think I've grown.
Yes, we have.
Let's begin.
Yeah, take care
It's
of that.
time to
I've awaited this moment.
Thank the goddess we were able to keep the people out of harm's way.
I'll not fall.
Hey.
Give me a hand, Thor!
Give me a hand, Thor! Okay.
I think you need a tusk.
Oh my god, this answer!
Just wait.
That's fine.
I'll not falter.
Just wait.
Grant them no mercy.
I'll not falter.
X. Oh no, is Mercy in danger? No, she's fine. Ooh, let's go, Felix.
Stronger. We'll see about that.
Wow, I mean, you're more magical?
Please, Your Highness, you must see reason. We're only doing our duty.
Take him into custody. I have a lot of questions for him.
At once, Your Highness.
Okay,
Shall we?
heal.
Let's give it a shot.
Allow me.
I'm with you.
Nice.
The town should be safe for the time being. Let's press on to the castle.
How do we breach the castle with the drawbridges up?
These people are hopelessly outnumbered. Unleash our units from the strongholds and crush them all.
Oh!
This could be our chance. There are controls by the castle gates that lower the drawbridges. We can do so from within the strongholds.
Yeah. Ooh, she just healed herself by doing that. That's good. Okay, so we eventually need to get there, but can't right now. Use the controls. How? I guess we need to defeat this guy?
We will proceed as planned. We must strive to perform to the best of our ability.
Your Highness, the troops that escaped the castle have taken up position in the surrounding strongholds.
I shall take the lead. That won't do. We must retake them at once and ensure the town is safe for good.
Yeah, we can. We're definitely doing that.
Not a problem. I've got this.
Let's begin.
Okay, you have no issues with those ones, so.
It's time to move.
Shall we? Come with me, shall we?
That's not what I meant to hit.
Let's give it a shot.
If you're here to rescue us, give us the honor of joining you in battle.
Aim for me. Thank you.
Do.
Allow me.
Okay, we need to go through.
This area is secure. Not a moment too soon to seize.
That's one more down.
Hey.
To victory!
Oops.
I will handle this.
Oh, well, okay. Never said it.
Let's start the attack.
You're wide open!
Safe. We'll just obliterate you with some holy energy, you know, normal.
That's the last of the strongholds. We should be much quieter around here from now on.
Thanks to do. Okay, now how? Okay, we can get to here now, so that's
We
great.
will proceed as planned. We must strive to perform.
Let's begin.
Oh, we can't put you there. Okay.
Shall we? Let's give it a shot.
You know what? We'll control Mercy. Oh, Dree will be fine. As much as I want to take down more people, I really... Alright, there's
and
one.
Of course, the main entrance is blocked. We need to find another way in.
Fine.
Let us crush their defenses.
Where's... Up here? I think this is where the stronghold is. Yes.
Are you ready?
Here we go.
Hey.
I appreciate your help.
Right on me.
So I'm coming too.
Oh. Nice.
Let's get that bridge down. Where are the controls?
Operate.
Good. Now, if we lower the other drawbridge, we'll be able to attack the enemy from both sides.
Yeah, that was your dodge,
Underestimated
Dimitri.
the royal wealth. Time for someone to put him in his place.
Yeah, show up, Cornelia. Where's the... There it is.
Now that we have access
Yeah, we
to
are
both
gonna need
east
money,
and west bridges, it's time to breach the capital, corner the traitors, and strike them down.
Hello, Cornelia.
My, this is your lucky day. I've decided that you deserve my personal attention.
Yeah, hello.
Ah, fate. You truly are whimsical. Will today mark my
Wow,
death or
okay.
his? Either way, this farce will finally come to a close.
Oh, jeez, right?
We will proceed as planned.
They're all going after him. Wait, hang on. Why am I suddenly trapped? Dimitri got trapped, I think. Okay, well, you
Not a problem.
should probably go after Cornelia.
Got this.
We will proceed as planned. We must strive to perform to the best of our ability.
Shall we?
You're bad against him, so
Let's
just
give it a
go
shot.
there.
Let's begin.
Ooh, you're good against him?
It's time to move. It's time to move.
Stand back now.
Dio, I hope you can get to him before Dimitri takes this guy down, but we'll see. Oh, Dimitri has to go roundabout. Okay, that's right. Bye. Here, we'll take you down. Me, might as well. Plus, I do also kind of want Dimitri to catch up to me.
Long faces. Does our hospitality displease you so? Oh my, what a fascinating
Yeah,
power
I
you
was
possess.
hoping you would have.
Sure is. But if you think I needed to beat you, think again.
Let's do this.
I can help.
Smash. Okay, you're getting them.
Oh, you poor dears. I've never seen so many deluded fools in one place.
Yes, 'cause we're the deluded ones.
Not yet. I got this.
Alright. Come on.
Now that's more like it. It wouldn't feel like a real fight if I simply tore you limb from limb right out of the gate.
Don't let up. We can break her.
So, it's come to this at last. Well, if you want my head, then come claim it.
I intend to, Uncle.
On our pride as knights, we will defend our liege to the last.
Let us crush their defenses. I've long hoped for a day we might finally see eye to eye.
Foolish Jet. A man and a monster can never come to commonplace.
Little beast. None of this would be
Happening is that for that old man? Talent?
if not for that old man Tallis.
Wait, did we kill Cornelia? Okay.
Your Highness, we are moving Rufus to a cell and preparing him for questioning.
Good, thank you. I will join you shortly.
Oh, we didn't kill him.
Raise your voices with me, friends. You fought hard this day, and now victory is ours.
Yeah, that's fine. Ooh.
I must keep aiming higher.
I think I've grown.
Nice, nice.
Oh, I feel stronger.
Nice.
Gotta remember how this feels.
I'm glad to be of use.
Yeah, I figured it would be Dimitri. Nice.
How can I best use this power?
Who's to say?
No, this is not my peak.
Oh?
Yes, this makes sense.
Alright. AMA cutscene?
Something you feel like saying?
No.
All traitors get put to the sword.
Oh! You know, I'm surprised. Is that Dimitri?
It's his duty as king.
Final words?
None for you. But tell me something, boy. Does it trouble you to slay your own kin? What a surprise. I did not think you capable of sympathy, craven monster that you are.
Yes. But either way, I do what I must.
Okay, that was the image from the
Well,
trailer when we saw
to
him
perish
looking
by
at the
your
sword.
hand. It is a fate that I much deserve.
Oh.
Which leads the Lords Elidor, Mateus, and Kleiman.
Hey, so they
They, as well as many
are
powerful
terrible.
Western lords, were accomplices in the assassination of the late king. Along with the Grand Duke, they seem to have received large sums of money and supplies from the imperial nobility. Thinking this to be recompense for the assassination in Duscur, we investigated the link further. In 1171, the mage Cornelia arranged for a certain powerful imperial family to come to the kingdom.
Yep.
That's the year when my step-uncle, Lord Arundel, brought Edelgard here in exile.
Correct. We think Lord Arundel and his followers were behind the matter. They have deep ties to the imperial household.
As I suspected. You're a clever man, Margrave Gautier. Well done.
Well, He's clever when it comes to matters that aren't involving his family. However, when it comes to his family, he's foolish.
Thank you, Your Highness.
If we continue wringing information out of them at this pace, we'll soon have a clear picture of what transpired.
My uncle's attendants must also confess to the slaughter in Dusker. But now that things have come this far, we can't expect the Western Lords to stay silent. We need a way to keep them far from power.
Oh, there are always ways, provided you're willing to keep all your options open.
Yes, I suppose so. Let us speak more of this later.
I mean, if you want to keep Lord Leonardo out of power, just have Ash take his place. Same with House Dominic, have Annette take her uncle's place as house leader. Or people honestly, people that have children that are in your class, you can literally have them take succession over. That's one way.
For now, spread word of what you have found to every palace and pub in the land. That should help keep the lords in check.
Is that wise, Your Highness? If we announce that Rufus was involved in the tragedy of Dusker...
I will not feed my people half-truths. They deserve to know.
Yeah!
I've always admired that candor, Your Highness. Yet such news is sure to create a degree of unrest in the kingdom.
So you suggest we bury the truth? Should it somehow come to light, the people's faith in me will be forever shaken. If the kingdom is ever to part ways with our bloody past, this
There's
is the
that
path we
line
must
from
walk.
the trailer!
Fine words, though I doubt they'll appease the people of Dusker. Nor the rest of Fargus, many of whom will not be so quick to forgive.
Ha! We thought you might say as much. Which is why His Highness and I have devised a solution.
Oh?
I will resign the title of Duke and pass it to my heir.
What?
Spare me, Rodrigue. One person with wild ideas is already one too many.
Felix!
It's not wild at all, Matthias. Someone must bear responsibility for what happened in Dusker. People will naturally seek to point the finger at His Highness, and we need him unsullied if he is to lead. Someone has to get down in the mud and bear the slings and arrows for him. Who better for such a task than me?
Rodrigue will abandon his title and work with Dedue to restore harmony between our people.
Yay!
I'm not asking him to take his life. Rather, he offered to spend it to set things to rights.
In that case, we've only to deal with the issue of the throne. I believe we should move
Yeah,
forward with the
it might be
coronation straight
best.
away.
Because otherwise you're gonna get
I agree.
assassinated.
My time at the Officers' Academy was a valuable experience, but I belong here now.
Plus, also, you know.
Obviously, Felix won't be able to return either. Have him come to me later, so I can deliver the news and an apology.
I've already had a word and told him what must be done. You've no need to apologize.
Yes, I have. As for you, Gustav, you'll also be staying here in the kingdom.
Yes!
But I abandoned my homeland. There can be no place for me in Fargus.
Too bad you're saying,
I
Gilbert.
will make a place for you. I need your help. Lady Rhea will understand.
It would be my great honor, Your Highness.
Send word to the church and the lords. Count Galatea will be in charge of contacting the south.
Okay.
Now, there's another topic I'd like to discuss. I wish to reorganize my army. Since I have you all assembled,
Why do you
I'd
need
like
to
to hear your
reorganize an
suggestions.
army? What do
You still working, Dimitri? Have you even slept since the battle?
Nope.
Never mind that. There's a favor I've been meaning to ask of you. It won't happen right away, but I'm considering the formation of a new private army. I need someone to captain them, and I was hoping it might be you.
I'm down.
And what does the leader of the kingdom need with a private army?
I fear my uncle may have rubbed off on too many of my knights.
Yeah, probably not.
I'm not saying they're all bad, but it's clear as day that bribery ran rampant. To rectify the matter, I'm looking into a complete reorganization of the army. These next several years will be an age of civil war, and I want to be surrounded with the best and most loyal soldiers I can find.
Well, that does sound interesting. Still, I'm just a regular old grunt. Why put me in charge?
Yeah.
Because this will be an army of commoners. not knights and nobles.
Oh.
A mercenary like you is far more likely to earn their trust than some stuffy noble who's never known a day of hardship.
Yeah, no.
Please, allow me to be clear. This is not an order. If you'd rather return to the academy, you're free to do so.
Are you kidding? I'm in. Thank you, Dimitri.
Yeah, Victor's like, let's see, either train at the academy and be boring, or lead a private army. You'll never have to deal with it again. I'm going to join. It's just such my life.
Having put down Rufus's revolt and ended his uncle's life, Dimitri draws closer to the truth regarding the tragedy of Duscur, and also begins the process of ascending the throne. All the while, the Adrestian Empire deals with a fierce power struggle in its capital, Enbar, while the Leicester Alliance finds themselves pitted against
I love
an
how
invading
all
Almiran horde.
chapter, all the battles are like, yep, we're all dealing with this.
Realizing the troubles of Fodlan will fall squarely on her young students' shoulders, Archbishop Rhea closes the Officers' Academy and permits her charges to return home.
Prologue, Finn. To war.
Azure Gleam. To war. It is the end of 1181. 2 years have passed since the Officers' Academy closed its doors. After ascending the throne, Dimitri labors to bring peace to the Holy Kingdom of Fargus. With Edelgard ruling as the Emperor of Adrestia and Claude leading the Leicester Alliance, the three erstwhile schoolmates strike out as the next generation of leaders. A new era is dawning in Fodlan, and much teeters at the brink of great change. The first tremors of a major upheaval rock the land as Edelgard declares war on the Central Church.
So interesting that having Monica be found and like forcing those who slither in the dark out changes so much.
Pardon my lateness, Your Majesty.
You needn't worry, Felix. I know your duties are many. Though, I'm afraid we could not wait for you to begin the discussion.
This is about the Empire's declaration of war against the Central Church, yes?
Indeed. As you're aware, we have already begun accepting refugees from Garreg Mach. But a few days ago, I received a confidential request from Seteth, asking us to protect the higher-ranking members of the Church, including Lady Rhea herself. Of course, we'd only meet this eventuality were Garreg Mach to fall. As it stands, we find ourselves quite literally stuck between the Empire and the Church. I'm not sure how much longer we can remain neutral.
If I might, Your Majesty, troubling as it may be, I believe it prudent for us to reject this proposal from the Church outright. Offering them shelter will only serve to provoke an invasion from the Empire. This matter of the Southern Church concerns me as well, but I believe we have more important matters to be fussing over at the moment.
Your counsel is much appreciated, Viscount Elidor, but I assure you, things are not as cut and dry as you make them out to be. The mandate granted to the King of Fargus and all the lords who serve under him is given legitimacy only by the grace of the Church. Are we to renounce the very heart of this kingdom simply because we shudder at the thought of invasion? War will always come at one point or another, and some degree of suffering is purely inevitable. You know this as well as I, Viscount.
You dare speak of suffering, do you? When the blaze of war will not scorch your lands in the north as it does ours?
I would normally agree that those of us from the Northern Territory should hold less sway in this discussion. But if Garreg Mach were to fall, the war fronts would not halt in the west. Your Majesty, what of House Rowe or Galatea, or the others in the south?
Not a word from Count Rowe as it stands. but I did receive a missive from Count Galatea.
Oh?
It read, "My people are not fools enough to rejoice in the surrender of their territories to invaders. There is no morality in turning our backs on the institution at the very foundation of our lives. We must support the church as they have supported us."
Your Majesty, we owe a great debt to the Central Church for their role in quelling the uprising 2 years ago.
Yeah.
To not repay such generosity in kind would risk weakening the trust of your vassals.
And if that happens, we might find ourselves right back in the same mess as before.
Oh,
They lack
yeah.
the crest of Blaidd, but there's no small number of nobles who might crawl out of the woodwork claiming royal blood.
Yeah.
The kingdom's already seen the turmoil and division such claimants can bring after the death of King Klaus.
King Klaus? Was that Dimitri's grandfather? Because Dimitri's dad was King Lambert.
But Duke Fhirdiad, surely we are better served attempting to head off the very real and imminent war at hand, instead of debating hypothetical unrest.
I don't want my people to suffer the pain of conflict. But does anyone here really think the Empire will simply stop if we appease their every demand? Suppose we do let the Empire take the Archbishop. And suppose we accept this new Southern Church. Then what?
I imagine the Empire plans to install the Bishop of the Southern Church, Count Varley, in Lady Rhea's place.
Yeah.
I fear I've heard nothing good concerning either the man himself
Bernadetta.
They purport to be an arm of the Church of Seros. The Southern Church is nothing more than a mouthpiece for the Empire at large.
In other words, rejecting the Central Church in favor of this new Southern one would be no different from flat-out accepting imperial rule. It's hard to say just how they would treat our kingdom were such events to unfold. Though I imagine it would involve heavy taxation for the express purpose of bleeding Fargus dry and filling the imperial coffers.
I might be wrong. Here's the question. Can we get Claude in on this? Like, it seems to me like as long as Sama reaches out to Claude first, he'll join your side.
Do you have something to add, Duke Fhirdiad?
Not really, no. I was just wondering how long we were planning to continue this tedious charade. The question's simple. Do we hand over our kingdom and subject ourselves to imperial rule or not?
I believe the Margrave has been quite clear as to what will happen if we give in to the Empire's demands. We've all been informed of the rapid reformation their region has undergone. Many aspects of which I admire, I'm not ashamed to say. But an old, stubborn land like ours isn't suited for such tempestuous change. Radical new freedoms are not what the people of Fargus need right now. They need stability, steady improvement in their daily lives, and real, lasting change can only come from a solid foundation.
Yeah.
Sounds like your Majesty has made up his mind then. Just say the word and we'll leap into action.
The Holy Kingdom of Fargus will hereby offer asylum to the Church of Seros. Everyone, sharpen your blades and prepare for the battles ahead. Gustav, Dedu, make to ride at once. Our intentions must be made clear, not only to the Church and the Empire, but to Count Rowe as well, and all the other lords who failed to answer my summons.
Understood, Your Majesty.
What other lords? Whatever.
Hey, did you hear? Sounds like we're gonna be going to war with the Empire.
What?
Yeah, I'm aware.
Ever since His Majesty ascended the throne, we've been fighting battle after battle through every corner of Fargus. But I never thought we'd be going toe-to-toe with the actual Empire. I'd be nervous if it even felt real.
We'll move it.
Don't worry. It'll start feeling very real very quick once the sword starts swinging.
You know, that might be the single worst attempt at motivational speaking I've ever heard. Not that I'm
Be
much
quiet,
surprised at this
Arvel.
point.
We don't like you.
I can't help but wonder, though. What happens to Fargus now? I feel like things have been steadily improving lately. But not everyone favors His Majesty as I do.
Yeah, I hear the grumbles too. But there's not a ruler in the world who doesn't have their fair share of critics, right? All I know is we wouldn't be where we are now if not for him. I mean, look at me, saddled with some mysterious power we don't know anything about. He still chose to put his faith
Oh,
in
so
it.
everyone knows about the mysterious power. Okay.
It's only right I return the favor in kind. Oh, and speak of the devil.
Am I interrupting something?
No, of course not. Please, allow me to take my leave. Your Majesty, Commander.
So, you heard all that, huh?
More or less. I apologize for the interruption, but there's an urgent matter at hand.
Anything I can do to help?
There is. As you know, we've offered asylum to the Central Church in their efforts to flee the Empire.
Mm-hmm.
As such, we are to escort the Archbishop herself to the royal capital at once.
Are we getting, like, basically a protect mission? Is that gonna be our next thing?
I expect heavy pursuit from the Imperial forces, so I am assembling a team of those I trust most to assist in the mission.
All our former classmates.
Of course, I'll be leading my own regiment into battle. But I was wondering if you'd be willing to accompany me.
What, is that it? I'd be glad to. How are things looking at Garrick Mach while we're on the subject?
Grim. Neither the Knights of Seros nor the monastery ramparts are capable of holding off the Empire's massive military might. I dare say we have precious little time to waste. Prepare to deploy at once.
Yeah, you know, I'm assuming we get... Oh yeah, closest allies, Ash, of course. What does Dimitri need to do? Albar owner. Aegis Shield owner. Lewin owner. Wait. I'm not. Your ten's very nice, and I suppose it pays to be a commoner. You said it, but things are totally different compared to all the small-time outfits I used to run with. Now I've got my ace here where I can kick back and keep all my stuff in order. This probably means I expect a lot from you, more than your time flies, I would imagine.
That reminds me.
You should scam something else. Did you see how many merchants we've got?
How tiresome.
Are you finished with sightseeing yet? I believe I've heard your employer calling you. Rodrigue! We can play as Rodrigue? Cool! But also, why couldn't it? And that was joined. Somebody sent me new equipment. Yeah, anyway, convoy. Yeah, Alvar. This shield. Yeah, why doesn't Sylvain have his relic yet? I expected to have gone it like right away. Well, that's fun. We're gonna deal with that later. I'll see you all next time. Bye.